Welcome back. Oklahomans know all too well that during severe weather, a tornado can pop up really at any moment.
We were dealing with it 2 nights ago. Lacey is here with Science with Swope explaining what can cause, Lacey, those quick twist-ups.
This is what we call QLCS tornadoes. Now, what we had midweek this week, we actually had some isolated discrete supercells, which actually do form a little bit different than this. But this is the scenario that we can get as a line of storm forms, and it gives us those brief tornadoes. And by the time it shows up on radar, it's usually already on the ground. So why do we see that? What is QLCS? It's quasi-linear convective system. In meteorology, we like to take fancy words and then make an acronym out of it. So quasi-linear convective system, it's a line of storms that forms, and all within that you can have damaging winds, you can have some hail. Sometimes you have no hail and even no lightning within it. It's really about wind shear. So it's winds are feeding into this, and it's causing this thing to rotate. They can pop up all 12 months of the year, and what happens typically is all of a sudden, it'll get a section like this, we call a bow echo. It starts to shoot out, and the winds are now racing out away from it. Meanwhile, winds are also feeding into it. We call this a bookend vortex, and in an area just like that, you can get a weakness, and all of a sudden, the winds come around just right, and you can get a brief spit up. If you look at reflectivity and then velocity, you get a little couplet like this, where the winds are racing into the storm, the winds are racing out of the storm, you get just enough spin, and a quick tornado can form. We see it time and time again in Oklahoma. And of course, the next time we have the threat for those QLCS tornadoes, hopefully you have a better idea of what we're talking about, because the name is confusing. Back to you guys.